Today is July 31st, so I decided to make my July garden tour. So that's my greenhouse where I put all my seedlings when it was still cold. These are all my plants. This one started from those bulbs, cañas, and now it's getting big. I don't know when it's gonna flower though. These are all these plants. There's flowers started from babies, tiny little transplant from the store, and now they're big, especially this. Some of these beautiful, this one hibiscus. So that's my experiment little planter with my DIY trellis. Yeah, look at that. It has a bitter gourd in it and different kind of. They're not very healthy, but it has a fruit. See? I tried to fertilize it with a fish fertilizer since they're like contained, cannot suck the vitamins into the soil. Like they're doing okay. That's my little bush. Blackberry still alive. My fiddle leaf fig tree that was separated a few weeks ago. It survived and has a new leaves coming out. So that means he's okay. Some of my indoor plants I put them outside so that they can have nice sun. And look, it started flowering. My orchid. Some of these plants need to be repotted in bigger pots. My Christmas cactus having tiny new leaves, or that might be flowers, I don't know. My little key lime tree from seed. And there's more sprouting. I just tossed all the seeds here and they started sprouting. These are key lime from store-bought. My avocado looks like a little yellow, but just sprouted a few weeks ago. That's my DIY little cans from Walmart. Now they're coming out. All the seedlings. I just watered them, so that's why they're like. Look at these. Just bloomed. Beautiful plant. So anyway, pardon my yard. It's very messy. Cannot keep up everything. Oh God. So I just made that yesterday. These are for my little lettuces. Oh yes, the weeds are taking over. I cannot weed them all. So this is what I'm talking about. This is like a little garden bed that I threw away all my food scraps since, started fall to spring. And look, these are all volunteers, like volunteers. But look our tomatoes. Oh my God, there's so many tomatoes. Look at so many tomatoes. I cannot fertilize them. How can I fertilize? I cannot see the ground. Look. The only thing I planted here like this year, I planted like 2 seeds of the bitter gourd, and yeah, bitter gourd survived. See, and there's like millions, not millions. Look at the fruits. Bitter gourds all over the place. And look at all these tomatoes. These are all volunteers. Look how much. There's so many flowers and still like a lot, like in the bottom, like a lot. Look at all these clusters of tomatoes. Here, there's a lot. Oh my God. There's a lot of tomatoes. And these are all volunteers, okay? I didn't plant them. That's tomatoes, like crazy. And this one is my little fall little garden bed for my lettuce, radish. I don't know what else I forgot. There's so many tiny seeds that and I made this like a week ago. See, this is the kale from planter, then I transfer in the ground and become so healthy. So I transfer those things that's in the pot in the ground. So that's my little DIY bed. And this is the side of my shed. Weeds over here. Planted these beans too. Look, there's so many. And I transferred one of this thing. Oh my god, it's butternut squash baby over here. And I have I think this is 15 feet sunflower. It's the mammoth sunflower, just started flowering. Look how tall. And I made this yesterday. All the flower potted plants, I transferred them in the ground because they started getting unhealthy. So I think they do better in the ground, especially the hostas. I don't know if he survived. So this one I made like 4 weeks ago. I made this little bed. I bought clearance willow tree from Walmart. It looks okay now. It looks healthy. All these flower potted plants, I transferred them in the ground and they look healthy now. Some of them are clearance plants. I just bought them because I want to save them. And this is dying nasturtium that is getting all healthy. All these herbs from my little DIY herb planter, they're getting too big in the pots. I transferred them here and now that's the deal. Look at that deal. It's like flowering. That's the oregano. Transplanted some. Look at the rosemary. It's getting so big. Look at that tomato. These are volunteer tomato that I dug out from the area. I just put 3 in here. There were seedlings and now they're like so big. That's the basil that from the started having flowers, but I keep cutting the flowers. Look at my parsley from seeds. Transferred them too. They were in the pot. Lots of papers here. Tiny little papers before. Now look at them. Then I planted different kind of cucumber seeds, but only few survive. And now look at this tomato, the one with the looking like the potato leaves. I forgot the name. It's getting so much flowers. Look at that. This tomato was a cherry tomato cuttings. Started having roots, so I plant them. Now it's healthy. This was really skinny in the jar. Little mint transplant and basil. It has rooted. My little propagation. I didn't expect this butter gourd to look like this. Better gourd, I mean. Look at that. I planted him here. So I made a little trellis and like they just all over the place. I have 2 pots here of just whatever. Okra. And there was a tomato planter here. Now it's like covered with a gourd, the bitter gourd. So let's continue the video because the battery died on me. Okay. So who remember the popcorn kernels that I germinated? This is it. I just plant them in bunch like that. I separated them two group, then I planted them just like that, and look, I don't know how many corns will this thing make, but looks like it's making corn. Yup. That's the popcorn kernels. Look like 5 years old. Yep, and look at this. That's my sweet potato area. But it was like run over by another. Look at this. That's the bottle gourd. And this was my DIY planter that I just planted different kind of fruits like cantaloupe, watermelon. Yup, there's some now. There's more here. I have to cover it because critters are started eating them. There was even a butternut squash in that planter. See? We have some here. I think there's a watermelon here. Yep. There's a lot. It started taking over my little DIY. Yup, that's a big one over there. And there's a big one over here with a different kind, different variety. Yup. He has this little watering system that I made. But I still water them with a hose though. Look at this butternut squash. So this is the bottle gourd that started here. Volunteer. I think the vine borer started eating, so I put like this the diatomaceous earth, but looks like they survived from the vine borer. So yup. That's the corn planter. More potted plants. This is also the tomato that started having bottom. It started rotting in the bottom, so I kinda gave him some fertilizers and nice little, or some of my eggplant in containers. Look, baby watermelon. There's more baby watermelon here. I just let them grow all over the place, cause what you gonna do? These are the Pachu baby. Many eggplants. This is the Black Beauty. That's ready to harvest. This one, the Ichiban type. Yup. I just planted whatever I can. So here, this was a zucchini, or no, a little spaghetti squash, but it got eaten by the vine borer. So I planted another seed, and now it's back. That's my little calamondin. So I started, like, this was last week. I just sowed this last week, and they're out. Just different kind of squash, butternut, the yellow. This is my planter from Dollar General, the really big one. Just put whatever seeds I can find. Store-bought little onions. Then they just, yep, here. This was the zucchini area that was decimated by the vine borer, so I planted a new one and it's coming out. More potted bitter gourd. Doesn't look so healthy in the pot, but hey, I already harvested few in here. Yep, they're surviving. I think this tomato is also the, I don't know, I think this was like might be the green zebra tomato. I don't know, I didn't put the labels anymore. I'm tired. The DIY planter. There was this bottle gourd here also in this trellis. I just plant whatever I can plant. These are the Gary style kind of. See, it has a flower pot thingy. with holes in the bottom. Look, having tomato. And there's more here of the butternut squash. Like, oh, look at my garden. It's a mess. My sunflowers from seeds. Look, opening. These are all volunteer tomatoes. There are ripe tomatoes in the bottom that I cannot even see, and the critters are eating them. This was my lettuce bed area. Now it is all seeds, like thousands of seeds. And this was my 2019 grow of one of the three that I have. 3 of them. I have 3. They now like it's covered by weeds. It's overrun by weeds. Weeds. Lots of volunteer cosmos in this area. I had a cosmos plant last year, but it was in a pot, but I don't know how it ended up. Look at all these volunteer tomatoes. These are the yellow tomatoes that I planted last year, and now like, oh, they're like ripening too. These are just volunteer tomatoes. These are more of my eggplant area. I planted some okra. Look at this tomato. Look at this tomato. They're like bending. Look at all the big. Look how big are these. Oh, these are all volunteer tomatoes here. Most are volunteers. The one with the stake are not. I planted them, but the one with no stakes, those are volunteers. That's where I harvested the carrots. I left one because it started flowering. So, celery. This one is a celery from store-bought, and I just cut the bottom and planted, and now look at this. I didn't harvest anything from this. It's just flower. I just sprinkled lots of okra seed in this area, and now they're like crowded, so I don't care. Beans are just different kind of beans, bush beans, climbing beans. This is where I harvested the potato. Now there's like a bottle gourd started coming out. I'm gonna pull that out. Some okras, just volunteer tomato. I put a stake. This one is my cucumber, lemon cucumber, and some other type, I don't know. It's my okra area. And look at this. This is my tiki lamp. So what I do so that it stand up, yep, I put in like a flower pot, take them to the ground with hose. Then in the bottom, I planted stuff. This was not even a flower pot, this was trash can. Now look at that, there's cucumber and some tiny thyme, I think. And look at this. Look at this paper. Oh my god, and there's more of that DIY tiki lamp / planter. Yes, that's tiki lamp over there. It's one of the fiddly pig that I separated last week or 2 weeks ago. My little cart planter. There was a sugar snap pea in here, but I already pulled him out, and then I started new seeds. So there is one of the 3 spaghetti squash. I planted it here, hoping that the vine borer doesn't kill it, because this is the last one. The other 2 are dead. I also planted some cucumber here. More peas. There's like 3 cucumber here. Sugar snap peas. New ones. And this is how it looks like. Yep. Let's look like a Mad Max planter here. That's my little resting whatever garden hangout. The swimming pool tub. Looks like there's like slug eating. These are all like I sprinkled some spinach and some lettuce seeds, and I forgot about this one, the one with the red thingy, the beets, I think, yeah. So all this, I put other potted plants under the tree because why not? It's really hot. You can help. Look at this. I just sprinkled seed in this hanging pot, and now look at this. Yup. They're not very big tomatoes. I think these are cherry tomatoes though. But they're fruiting. There's like five tomatoes in here, I think. I don't care. There's even a little one that's surviving and trying to have some fruits. New ones, just seedlings. I think this is the San Marzano kind. Yup. They're not very healthy, but they're fruiting. The one in the grounds are healthy. Yep, these are my tomatillos. So started having all these tiny little fruits. I don't know how tomatillo works. It's my first time, but they have lots of fruits already. But it's still like hollow. Oops, I think I dropped one. Yep, that's how my... Yep. There's more plant in there. Ooh, I forgot my little hanging strawberry. Oh my god, look at this strawberry. It looks sick. Oh my god, they're so tiny. I'm gonna transfer them anyway in a nice, planter. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Yep. So here's more potted tomato. It's having fruit, not much, but there's few to harvest. This thing just grow in there, so I let it grow. And look at this. Look at this garden mess. I don't think I can weed this area anymore. They just grow. Things just grow in here. Even these are all volunteers, most of it. Look at, that's my broccoli plant. Started flowering, so I don't know what to do. Just leave it like that. I don't need broccoli right now anymore. Sunflower from seeds. Yep, those are my sunflower. There's sugar snappies in the bottom of the pot. Oh yeah, I didn't plant all these pumpkin looking vine, but they just grow. More tomato. More tomato. That's my Thai bird's eye chili pepper. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. Here's the tomatillo plant, another one. I have two. That's my pepper bed. Some are doing good, some are fruiting, some are not growing. Yep. So that's a banana there. And I don't know what are these. They just look green for now. Might be the green bell, who knows. That might be a jalapeno over there, I don't know. And these are all volunteer. All volunteers. Tomato. They're just pulling down the ground. Volunteers. Oh my god. That's my grapevine. I chopped it all yesterday. That's it. Hair or leaves. Oh my god. These are all volunteer tomato. This one looks like a San Marzano, see? They just grow but like all over. This is supposed to be a soybean bed, but the soybeans are like gone. Eaten by the bunny, and the tomato just grow. There's a cucumber over here, so I put a little DIY trellis. Oh god. Yep, look at that. They've been eaten. They've been eaten and rotten. Because I cannot keep up with them. I cannot keep up all the harvest. That's my strawberry bed. It doesn't look so well. It just started. Look. I never plant all these vines or whatever it's pumpkin. I don't know. And look at this. Look at this tomato. This, I don't think this is San Marzano. Look at how big they are. Look how loaded it is. It's only one plant. It's like loaded with tomato. Like a lot. Like a lot. Oh my god. I'm gonna pull down my garden. Yup, and this one is one of the grow of tomato. I put it here and now look, it got covered by the weeds. But he's growing. Look how big is that. This is the beef stick tomato. This is my second of my three. The other one is in a flower pot. Yup, welcome to my jungle. I'm not gonna weed them because, you know, I don't care. Oh god, more compost for next year. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yes, that's how my garden now. I try to organize them, but you can't. The weeds take over. I think the plants also love it because they got shaded by all these weeds. So there's more volunteer tomato. They're like tiny ones, babies, seedlings. Yep. And more here under the tree. That's my lemongrass from store-bought. I think there's an eggplant. I'm not sure. They just sprouted, so I planted them. There's like a pepper. More tomato potted. If I have empty pots, I just planted seedlings, whatever. I think this one is jalapeno. Right? This is jalapeno pepper. Where are you, little fruit? Where are you, little guy? Show mama your shop. Oh, he's here. This one here. This one, I think. Not sure. Because I just let them. These are my rubber tree. Ficus elastica that I separated 2 days ago. They're perking up. That means they're surviving. They look good. That's a lot of eggplant seedlings. I don't know why I just do that. I didn't sprinkle them. Maybe I did. I don't know. That's my jackfruit tree. I chopped the upper part so that it can grow like that instead of like really lanky tree. That's my curcuma lunga. Yep. Or what's the name of that yellow looking ginger stuff? I forgot. Yep, that's him. It has beautiful flowers last year. I'm glad it came back. It's the big rubber tree because there were 4 in one plant. So I did. Oh, my little spinach gold. Yep. That's the Malabar spinach over here. I don't know. I transplanted him because he doesn't look so well with the other plants. There was the raspberry bush that it died and it came back. Started having. So I hope it will survive. Yep. I'm in my yard. Lots of grass. And this is the third tomato grow of lipstick tomato. It's in the pot, so it's not as huge just like the one on the ground, but it's having fruits. Another potted bitter gourd is having his baby. Some unhealthy, there's like tomato and nasturtium doesn't like the pot. Yep. And that's how everyone in my garden looks like. It's a lot of work. I'm doing it by myself. Yup, look at that. Look at that garden. DIY. And anyways, there's more here. Ooh, that's my little coffee tea. I'm tired of opening the plastic and removing all those coffee grounds, so I just dip them in the water and just it would extract itself. Duh. And there's more over here, potted tomatoes. Yup. Yup. They're ripening. They have few. This one just started. This one just all volunteers. Put them in a pot. Then, yep. My lemon cucumber in a pot. That's the other two. I already harvested one. Doesn't look very healthy because it's in pot, but it's having fruits. It's some kind of squash. I don't know, I forgot. There's a hanging. I put like a little seeds in here and now it comes out. So now it's having tiny little, I think these are the black. It's called black tomato, I think. It does that. It's not very healthy, but it started flowering and having fruits. I don't care about tomato. I have lots. I have lots of tomatoes. It's another part. It's another from seeds. Little kanya from seeds. Elephant ear. Or from bulb. No, sorry, not seeds. Bulbs. Yep. From cutting from my boyfriend's plant. That's my Garden of Eden here. Look at that. I just made a lot of mess in my yard. Looks nice to me. It makes me happy. Look at that. There's more on the side of the house, just whatever, ferns, hostas. These are all DIY, new compost. That's where the tulip bed is empty now. Weeds, and there's a lot more. Oh no, this sunflower needs water. Oh Jesus. I didn't plant the morning glory. I had him last year now. But all the weeds. Nasturtium are dead. Oh, it's almost ready to open. The midnight hibiscus. You're so pretty. Why is this broken? Oh my god. Okay. Get a steak. And there's more over there. There's more tomato vine over there. Or plant. I don't know. All my peach and apple trees didn't fruit this year. I just let them. Last year it has few, but that was the start. I just let them grow. I hope next year he can give me good fruits. Peaches. He's alive, so I'm happy. They're alive. This is my Fuji apple. And this is the Red Delicious. New flower this year. And forgive me, oh God. All this volunteer, whatever is this plant, making a lot of weeds. Last year it has different flowers, now just them. Cleome, think. Yep, once they started, they just keep on coming back. Yep. Bee balm, I think. Ooh. Oh God, the weeds in this area. There's more tomato. More tomato, of course, because I planted some since it was already has a cage in there. I didn't remove the cage. It was from last year. There was an eggplant last year. And here also, look at all these tomatoes. They just grow crazy. There's like 3 plants in here, but they're all healthy. Look, the fruits. Oh, I don't know what to do with all my tomatoes. And those are my apple trees from seeds. I need to mow tomorrow. The in-between, because I have 7 of them. I germinated a lot, but there's only 7 that survived. Didn't die, so like these are now. Apple from seeds, those are all Fuji apples. From seeds, I don't know how many years it would take them to grow and have fruits, but it's fun. Look at that, they're alive. I don't know, maybe I pruned them this fall. There's 7 of them in there. And that, my friend, is my big yard with little garden inside, because I don't think I can handle all the keeping up my garden if I plant stuff all over this yard. It's not.